The Grinch put his hand to his
foot,
and he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to
dance.
But the sound wasn't.
Love.
Why this sound sounded glad. Every who down in Whoville, the tall and the
big,
was singing without any
Boudin.
at all. He hadn't stopped
Easter.
from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. And the Grinch with his Grinch,
kneecap,
ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without
The Quarter Pounder.
It came without tags. It came without packaging boxes or
oranges.
And he puzzled till his
fingernails
was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from
Destin, Florida.
Maybe Christmas perhaps mean a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville they
studied
that the Grinch's small heart grew
10
sizes that day. And now that his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he
swam
with his load through the bright morning light, and he
punted
everything back, all the food for the fest, and he himself, the Grinch, craved the
nachos.
On
Thanksgiving.
many years ago, I lay quietly in my bed. I did not rustle the
dogs.
I breathed slowly and silently. I was listening for a sound. A sound
LeBron James
had told me I'd never hear the ringing
Piano.
of Santa's
Challenger.
There is no Santa,
Michael Jackson.
had insisted, but I knew he was.
happy
Late that night, I did hear sounds, though not of.
cutting
From outside came the sounds of
Running.
steam and
Wonky.
metal. I looked through my window and saw a
Bowling ball.
standing perfectly, still in front of my house. It was wrapped in a
Jacket.
of steam,
Shoes.
fell lightly around it. A
Firefighter.
stood at the open door of one of the cars. He took a large
Water fountain.
from his vest, then looked up at my window. I put on my slippers and
Camel.
I tiptoed downstairs and out the door. All aboard! The conductor
Ran.
out. I
through
up to him. Well, he said, are you?
Swimming.
Where? I asked. Why, to the.
White House.
Of course, was his answer. This is the Polar Express. I took his outstretched,
hot
and he pulled me aboard.
"'Twas the night before,
St. Patrick's Day.
when all through the house not a creature was,
Hurtling.
not even a mouse. The
Furbies.
were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that
Kevin Hart
soon would be there. The
Flock of geese.
were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of
Brownies.
danced in their heads. And Mama in her
Scarves.
and I in my cap had just settled down for a long
summer,
nap. And then in a twinkling I heard on the
kitchen
the prancing and pawing of each
Leg.
as I drew in my
Forehead.
and was turning around. Down the
Monkey bars.
St. Nicholas came with a bound. He
dropped
not a word, but went
I-10 eastbound.
to his work and
welded
all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his
Elbow.
aside of his nose and giving a nod up the
dining room,
he rose. He sprang to his
BMW.
to his team, gave a whistle, and away they all
Plunged.
like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he
Walked.
out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all
a dinging.
night.